Hello everybody and welcome to another Elder Scrolls Online video with me, Sherman. Today guys, we're taking a look at another set from Wrathstone DLC, which will be coming out sometime in February. This is the final heavy set. This is the Frozen Watcher set. Now this set drops in Depths of Malatar, and it's a different set. It's different than what we're used to seeing with a lot of sets because it does have some AoE CC, and it's just unique. I know where a lot of people are upset with this set because they took something from the Warden and put it into a set. That's kind of a cheese move in my opinion. But it's also a really interesting set how they put it together. It's more of a tank set than anything I've ever seen with the way it works. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. And as you can see, it is called the Frozen Watcher, like I said. 2-piece max stam, 3-piece max health, 4-piece max stam, and then the 5-piece. Summon a blizzard around you while blocking, inflicting 965 frost damage every 1 second to enemies within your blizzard. Your blizzard has a 15% chance of inflicting chilled on enemies damaged. Now, this set can also be boosted through champion points. If you go in here to the blue tree and you expend on this, we'll go ahead and take it up to 66. And if you are a Warden, this is a very powerful set because Wardens also get another 6% frost damage, so you can boost it by a lot more. You can actually get this up to about 1200 damage on a Warden, so really powerful. Again, not sure how well it would work out. I've tested it a little bit, and I've tested it on dummies, not in actual environments. So it's really hard to say how well it will work. But as you can see, anytime you hold block, you get this AoE effect around you, and it will stay with you as long as you're holding block. So if you're moving around, it stays with you. And even if I go in to heroic slash this enemy, which you'll see it'll apply, and it doesn't apply chilled like right away. It can apply chilled. It's not super effective. It's not like really good. But if you are playing a Warden and you're using a lot of ice abilities, you can get chilled pretty easily. So, but let's go ahead and see this. So I can heroic slash and it stays up. So it is a very, very powerful set that this stays up the whole time while you're using that. But as soon as you drop block, of course, it's going to go away. And then you got to get your, to get your resources back or whatever. But as soon as you throw block back up, it becomes an AoE CC. And it is a really powerful AoE CC because anyone who walks into it has a 15% chance. It's not like, oh, well, this enemy and this enemy. It's all enemies that are within range of this have that chance of proccing the 15%. It's not individual, or it's not based on, oh, only one enemy can have shield. All enemies can have shield applied to them. So it is a pretty amazing set, but at the same time, PvP, I don't really see a use for it. I do, but I don't. PvE, I see more of a use for it for trash fights, things like that. Like when you're going through, say, Fungal Grotto 1 or Fungal Grotto 2, and like 1, when you get in and you're fighting a lot of the crabs, you're fighting a lot of the Drugar, that kind of environment, or when you're in Banished Cells 2 and the chicks opening the portals and letting out all the Daedra, that would be a really good place for this kind of a set to try and keep all the ads in one area so your DPS can burn them down. Like, this set is made for that, and it's a very powerful set for that. But other than that, it really doesn't have, I don't see it as having a lot of uses, but it could work to, a player's advantage. If you're tanking dungeons, any dungeon has a lot of ads, so this set could be really powerful in those kind of dungeons. This set could be really good in some trial situations, but again, limited because of how many ads you're dealing with. Like Hellrose Citadel, this would be a great set. I don't see a lot of uses of it in AA, like Ethereum Archive. ESO, there could be a lot of resource for this in there. In the two new ones, the Asylum Sanctorum and Cloud Rest, I don't see any use. Halls of Fabrication, yes, I could see some uses for it in there. But again, it's very limited in its uses, but it's still a really good set, and you could definitely find some use for it if you're a tank. But at the same time, there are sets that are still better. I mean, even the Glacier set, Mighty Glacier, is better than this to some degree because it gives your group resistance buff. This just slows the enemies and has a chance of applying chilled. And when it applies that chilled status effect, then you have things working towards you. Because if you have a wall of elements down like this, right, then you do your block, because you can use this even with that, and you do chill them. What happens is, if they're chilled while they're in that wall of elements, it can freeze them in place. So it'll lock them down. So it's a really good for crowd control CC stuff, like I said. So it is a really, pretty much just a really powerful set in the right hands. It would be a really powerful set. Mostly Warden. Like, this will be really good on a Warden tank, I think. I don't know if it would work really well on any other class, because, like, they don't benefit from it. And the more you can boost that damage, the more effective it is. Because it's every 1 second. So it is ticking every 1 second. So it's pretty much an AoE dot. And you don't have to cast anything. All you have to do is hold block. So if you have this, and you have your Wall of Elements, and you have your Ice Shards and some other abilities down, like, the amount of ticks and damage that would be going off would be pretty crazy. And then on top of that, if you have Chilled going off, you know, Major Breach, Major Fracture, all that stuff, and you're just applying, like, this thing could be a really powerful set for dot damage. So, or for AoE damage over time. Like, this is a really good set for that. And that's what would make the tank really powerful with this, is it does do a lot of AoE, because it is a pretty substantial area. I know a lot of people are saying it's like 5 meters. It's actually the same size as the shards. So the glacial shards that the Warden uses, so when you put this down, when you use that along with this, they're the same identical size. So I think it's 10 meters. Or it might be even smaller, but it's about the same in distance. Because if I were to get right within range of where this procs, right there, and I were to do my ice spikes on the or the shards from the Warden, it would affect him. So it would hit him with both. So it's a pretty big area. But that's it for the Frozen Watcher set, guys. This is a new set, like I said, coming out with the new Wrathstone DLC in February. So, hope you guys are excited for it. I know I myself am pretty excited to see this set in action when it comes out. Because who wouldn't be? It's going to be pretty crazy to see some of these sets that are coming out being put to use. So, tomorrow I will be doing the videos on the monster sets. So tomorrow will be both monster sets, but I'm going to leave it off at that. So you guys know what's coming next. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can subscribe. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and this guy might see you in game. Bye.